So you mentioned, a lot of these new emerging technologies, some of them have been already employed, they're out there, but what are some of the skills gaps that you're seeing in terms of, being able to fulfill some of these jobs, some of the roles, the gaps that you might see in the education space?
The skills gap has existed forever. So think about it, Henry Ford building cars in early 1900s. There weren't auto mechanics, there weren't steel workers, metal workers, body men like there are today. He had to train those people, and he had to fill a skills gap. So the skills gap has always existed, it's always been there. And as technology has evolved, the skills gap just changes. Back then it was farriers becoming steel workers, becoming body men. Now it's us retraining or relearning or whatever IoT or whatever BOT, business of technology, new thing that we're going after. So that isn't new. What's new is the speed of change, the rate of change. And so the skills gap is growing, and we acknowledge that. I think the bigger problem is that we're not creating graduates out of programs that have the skills that are in demand. We're disconnected between education, what we're producing, and what the demand is. That can be addressed. That can be addressed by us as employers working closer with educational institutions to update their curriculum and ensure that they're graduating people with right skill sets and capabilities. There's an additional part to that, in that we need to work closer with government, and we need to work closer with other agencies to provide internships and apprenticeships for people. Because it's one thing to graduate a student with a fair amount of knowledge, but they have no experience. And so we need a way to take and provide some experience so that when these people hit the ground, they hit the ground running. They're not going into a company and then learning how to work. And so there's an opportunity for us to lead in that space. And I think that that's where we can work with government. Like in the UK have an apprenticeship program, and they have apprenticeships for everything from IT through to mechanics, through to medicine, through to education. It's a complete apprenticeship program from end to end. We need something like that here to help retrain our workforce and to take the students that are graduating and make them more productive. Additionally, the other thing I'd like to say is that we face a competence gap as well. And one of the things that we believe at CompTIA is that a lot of the students graduating today don't come into IT because they think it's too complex, too hard. They don't have the maths, they don't have the capabilities. And I'm going to say I don't agree with that. We are out there trying as an industry association to attract people and say, hey, you don't need to have a computer science degree. We can teach you what you need to know in less than a year. There is a lot of certifications that CompTIA and others offer, and community colleges can offer programs that in less than a year can graduate a student that's employable in our industry. So, we need to go out and advocate on behalf of our opportunities in our workforce are not all computer science, coding type jobs. They're people type jobs. And so if you want to work with people, come to work in the IT industry, because that's what we do every day.
And I think that's a really important message, because there are a lot of people out there who just assume, you have to have a strong math background, you have to be strong in your sciences, and unless you are, you can't do this.
Right. The other thing that I'll mention on the skills gap is that the latest studies from Society of Human Resources Management indicate that the biggest skills gap today that employers are reporting in their 2019 study are all soft skills. So they're around things that are not technical. So the skills that are missing are communication skills, presentation skills, creative thinking skills, adaptability, teamwork, collaboration, those types of skills. And we're working to include those types of programs in our CompTIA certifications to ensure that those are addressed as well.